And we're live! Hello all and welcome. And I am the Realist Philosopher, and this is the Realist Philosopher Call-In Show. So how y'all doing today? Hope you're all doing good, fine, and well. I'm doing pretty good. Very amused. Because I just saw in the news the other day that Jeff Bezos, formerly the world's richest man, at least I think formerly, ended up paying his wife $35 billion to take a hike. This is great. Woo! Hilarious! So, this giant cuckburger, this friggin' moron, who got so wealthy, who got to where he was by, hard work and determination, and obviously has a high IQ, is not too bright when it comes to the ladies. Picked himself a right gold digger. Not a very attractive one either. Have you seen this broad? Oh my God. Looks like a marionette. Stick figure. God, she's just rail thin and not in a good way either. Like the anorexic type thin looking. A very unattractive woman. They had like 3 or 4 kids or something. Yeah, so you knew she was going to get a big piece of the pie, right? Because she can raise the old, I raised your kids argument. I raised the children. I deserve a piece of your pie. Yeah. And sadly, he founded the company 1 year after they got divorced, and she was one of his very first employees. So, she can in some loose, distant way claim that she had something to do with the company being started, even though the only thing that she did was take care of his kids, which gets her a salary in the form of rent and nice vacations and food and clothes and all the nice shoes and shit that she wants. But apparently, that's all worth way more than that. Boy, my mom was highly underpaid then. She ought to get $35 billion too. Oh, no, her work was only worth whatever the hell she got out of her divorce settlement. Wait, what? So this woman's work as a mom, questionable, dubious work because she probably had a nanny, is worth $35 billion, but my mom's is worth like 30 grand or something? Get out of here. Bullshit. She don't deserve $35 billion, but $35 billion she got. Oh, yeah. It's a lot more than it's actually a lot less than I expected. I expected she would get half his money. I figured she'd want to bust his balls and just utterly destroy him because, he cheated on her. But I guess she's not that wicked, that greedy, or maybe that's just the best she could get. I don't know. I would think she could do better. Don't most women get half of it? But $35 billion makes her richer than Donald Trump. In fact, that makes her one of the richest humans on the planet. Holy shit. I was reading some article the other day that talked about the majority of the wealthiest women are all wealthy because they married wealthy men and got a piece of their pie. Which, yet again, tells you how productive women really are. Not so much. Yeah, if women are so equal to men, why is it that in this day and time where women have more privileges than men, they not only have rights, the same rights as men, they have rights that men don't even have. Like affirmative action. They're twice as likely to get a job as a man if they both apply for the same job. Interesting. How is it that with all of these opportunities, women still cannot make their own money to the point where they're on the Forbes 500 or the Forbes 50 or the Forbes top 10 richest men or the whatever Forbes list we're talking about? The majority of the broads on those lists got their money from marriage. If you broads are so equal to us, why aren't you making billions without us? Yeah, it's because you're not, obviously. Obviously. So, yeah, this poor bastard lost all his money. Well, not all of it. What am I saying? He was worth, what, 160 or something like that. So he didn't lose all of it, but he lost a big chunk. He might have lost a big enough chunk to no longer be the #1 richest guy in the world. Now, of course, he's still richer than Bill Gates because the dummy that Bill Gates is, he's giving away half his money to poor, pathetic losers in the world who, lack the real skill to use that money for anything except, to eat. Oh, now you give me free money. I eat for 1 year. And then after the year, you're a poor fucker again. So, yeah, he gave his money away to people who couldn't do anything with it except spend it, couldn't use it to do anything like, I don't know, produce, open businesses, grow more wealth. Nah, he just gave it away to people who lacked the ability to do anything useful or productive with it. And now he's, what is he, like the 12th richest guy? I don't know. But Bill Gates is no longer the richest libtard that he is. Or he's no longer like at the tippy top of it, as AOC would say, the tippy top. Tax the tippy top, 70%. I wonder if Bill, I guess Bill Gates still qualifies as the tippy top, I guess, and so does Jeff Bezos, yeah. I wonder how much they like her 70% tax rate. I doubt that Bill Gates likes it too much, even though he likes to give away money. I don't think he wants to give away that much money, right? Not to the government, anyway. No, he wants to give it to corrupt charities that keep 90% of it and then give 10% to the poor people they say they're trying to help. Well, we have overhead costs, that are 90% of what people give you. Modern-day charities are such a scam. Anyway, so poor Jeffy. He's not going to be going to the poorhouse anytime soon, though. He's still got, like, what, 25 billion bucks, so he'll be fine. And within 10 years, he'll make that 35 billion plus back, right? He'll be right back wherever he was, probably within 5 years, actually. Excuse me. I need to get a cough button. And meanwhile, she'll be living high in the hog with her 35 billion, and she'll never have to work again, although she never had to work before. I don't know if all their kids are grown or not, but single mom. Being a mom in general ain't worth $35 billion. Come on. Anyhow, just wanted to address that real quick. Yeah, poor bastard. I think it's hilarious, though. Hilarious. What does he get married for in the first place? Anyway, I'm opening up the phone lines now, so you can call in. Let me know what you think of the Jeff Bezos debacle. Did you see the woman that he cheated on, by the way? That he cheated with his wife on? She's some old hag. Like some broad in her 40s that's clearly had lots of plastic surgery. She's looking like Michael Jackson almost. Probably has a plastic surgery addiction. Fake tits, fake everything. What were you thinking, man? I hope that piece of tail was worth $35 billion. I don't get that. I don't get that. It's like these guys want to get caught. Hey, pal, if I had $35 billion on the line, I can tell you what I would not do. I would not get caught. Okay? I would be very clandestine about it all. You wouldn't catch me. I would turn it into a kind of game and, make it a fun part of my day, right? Doing every little thing I possibly could forensically so I didn't get caught. It'd be fun. And then I'd bang the chick at the end of all my forensic cleanup as a reward. And then I would clean that up as well and go home to my wife. Well, I wouldn't be stupid enough to get married like this fucking guy and lose $35 billion. Moron! Too funny. Too fucking funny. As you can see, I'm in a pretty good mood. This story just hit my fucking funny bone. $35 million. Oh, yeah, Schadenfreude. Yes, I'm reveling in the misfortune of another human being. That's so horrible of me. You're horrible. Realist philosopher. Yeah. It's too funny. It's too funny. This supposed smart guy, and isn't this the case, really? Yeah, he's smart in one area, but he's really dumb in others. Well, he's a geek. He's a high IQ geek, right? This guy's probably got 150, 160 IQ. He's probably up there, at least in the mid to 140s, high 140s. The guy definitely is going to have difficulty connecting with other human beings, understanding human beings on an interpersonal level. So, yeah, he's probably not too smart when it comes to that and relationships and such. He probably wanted to get caught. What a dummy. What a dummy. Women seem to be much better at this stuff usually. Not getting caught. I don't know. Maybe not. They do leave all those text messages, and I'm always seeing those videos of guys catching their broads, talking with some guy on a video call on their cell phone while the boyfriend is still in the apartment. So, I don't know. But, I thought that was interesting. I guess nobody out there wants to comment on this, so let's move on. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Some of you might find it depressing. It's depressing for Jeff, I'm sure. I'm sure Jeff's real depressed. $35 billion. This is a guy that measures his success by money, and really, how else can you measure it, right? And now, he's a hell of a lot less wealthy. But, you know, I mean, still, 135 billion, 125 billion bucks. He's still pretty wealthy, but that wallet's quite a bit lighter. And honestly, she's not an attractive broad. I guess when he married her, he was poor. Right, this was before he started Amazon, so he's a poor dude, so this was the best he could do. See, gentlemen, this is a lesson you need to learn. Do not shortchange yourself. Have more confidence in yourself. Have more self-worth. Believe in yourself. Know that one day you're going to be something great, and that you should actually wait. Wait until you are that great thing before you start getting involved with women, and then don't marry any of them. Like this idiot did. He's probably thinking, well, I'll never be a rich guy. I'll be okay. I'll make 6 figures in... And by the way, even making 6 figures, he could do better than this broad. Have you seen her? She's not that attractive. She's some goofy-looking, nerdy chick. You know, I mean, he could have still done better. Even if he just ended up being a goober that didn't start Amazon, he would have still been able to do better than this broad. So she made out like a bandit. She made out like a bandit. But gentlemen, don't sell yourself short. You have no idea what you're going to be in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years' time. In 25 years, you could be richer than Jeff fucking Bezos. You could end up being the president of the United States. You could end up being a fucking real estate tycoon. You don't know what you're going to do, what you're going to be. Expect that you'll be something great, and don't settle until you are that great thing. And then don't settle even then. Just, you know, pump them and dump them, because let's be honest, women aren't really worth all that much these days. Sorry, ladies. If some of you out there listening are an exception to the rule, that's fine. But the majority of women have been compromised by feminism, which is nothing more than a man-hating death cult ideology that is cultural Marxism, thinly veiled, very thinly veiled. So next story I'd like to move on to. Oh, this is fucking great. Anybody heard about this Charlize Theron? She's trolling for men. It's great. She's like, how am I single? I only have 3 kids. And I'm over the hill. I've hit the wall. I'm over 40. How can I not be in a relationship? Oh my God. Have you seen this broad? Any of you see that Mad Max movie? Beyond Fury Road or some shit? Where she was dressed up as a dude and she was like the butch person in the movie? Oh, my God. Hideous broad. She thinks she's good looking. Really? With that short hair? I don't think so. Here we go. Charlize Theron is looking to date. Pass. But is only interested in those brave enough to ask. Yet that's smart, lady. Just try and shame men before any of them even approach you. I'm not interested in men unless they're brave enough to ask me. Yeah. How did it go when you were asked by the bagger at your local grocery store, huh? Did you accept? No! He's too lowbrow for me. Yeah. Charlize Theron only wants to date those who are brave enough to ask her. Brave or stupid? See, it's often very easy to mix up bravery with stupidity. The 43-year-old actress... 43? Good Lord. How does a woman that's 43 years old and is a single mom... She's a single mom, don't you know? Maybe you didn't know that. That automatically puts her off the table for any man that has half a brain. 43! So she's past the wall by about 13 years because she's in Hollywood, you know. She's a Hollywood movie star. So you know what that means? Oh, lots of cocaine, baby! Lots of cocaine and alcohol and that pretty face you see, it's just a mask, a literal mask. Yeah, I could scrape all that pancake makeup off her face and actually make a real pancake. Out of pancake makeup, there's so much on her fucking face. I could take a fucking toothpick and probably stick it a 1/4 inch in and it still wouldn't touch skin. Are you kidding me? I don't want that. Yeah, the 43-year-old actress spoke about her dating life to Entertainment Tonight while at the CinemaCon in Las Vegas on Thursday. Theron, who was promoting her upcoming film Long Shot, where she's going to run for president. Oh, boy. I think it was the president of Canada or some shit. Yeah, that's what they need after Justin Trudeau. Another woman. Another woman after that idiot. Admitted finding a date wasn't as easy as it looked. Imagine that. You're 43 years old. You're a multi-million-dollar actress. Regular dudes ain't just coming up to you. And now, of course, she's out there, right? She's out there. You walk into your local pub. I'm sure you're going to run into Charlize Theron. She's not just sitting up in her ivory fucking tower in her house with the giant fucking walls and armed guards roaming the perimeter. Oh, no. She's out there mixing with the plebs. The plebs, right? Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of opportunity for regular guys to ask you out, honey. Not like they would anyway. Somebody just needs to... Listen to this shit. I've been single for 10 years. It's not a long shot. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, honey. You got some high standards here. I tell you what. No dude with half a brain would approach you. By the way, the phone lines are open. If you'd like to call in, the phone number is 1-623-242-2517. That's 1-623-242-2517. Tell me what you think of deluded old single mothers, or deluded in general. They don't have to be old to be deluded. But this broad is old, and she's a single mom. And she has no clue why she's single. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's a mystery. It's a mystery. It's like the Bermuda Triangle. I have no idea what happened to all those boats. It's a mystery. Yeah. Also, you can use Skype to contact me at The Realist Philosopher. That's The Realist Philosopher, no spaces. That's my Skype name. I'd like to hear what you think about delusional single mothers like this broad. I've been single for 10 years. No shit. Not a long shot. Honey, I guarantee you, if I saw you at Starbucks buying a latte and I tried to hit you up with a line, you would ignore me outright. And why would I? You're a single mom with a bunch of kids. Get the fuck out of here. I don't think there's much elasticity going on downstairs, if you know what I mean. 3 kids? Oh, my God. Pass. Somebody just needs to grow a pair and step up. Oh, there it is. There's the shaming language because, you know, that's really what we want in a woman. That when she doesn't get what she wants, she resorts to the shaming language. Yeah, you men need to grow a pair and step up because I'm such a fine with my baggage and my 3 kids and my long Hollywood career of men probably propositioning me and sexually assaulting me and harassing me. I got tons of emotional baggage. You should want this. She goes on to say, I'm shockingly available. I'm not shocked. Her long shot co-star, Seth Rogen, was on hand to agree, saying she's out there. Oh, come on. It's out there. You're right. She's out there. Why doesn't she just go to Match.com or something? Put yourself out there for real, honey. Go on Tinder. I'm too good for that. Well, there you go. Of course, the women on Tinder are pretty low-quality scabs anyway, so, you know. But this broad, she's out there, huh? Yeah, good. Good for you. You're going to stay out there, honey. You're going to stay out there until, you got 25 cats. And you like that Mayim Balak broad from Blossom that had that picture Thanksgiving last year, all depressed because she's got cat shit around her head and urine around her head. She's been laying there for 2 days feeling depressed, hasn't drunk anything, hasn't eaten anything, which is probably a good thing she could do to lose a few pounds. But, yeah, that's going to be you. That's going to be you, Charlize Theron. Theron replied, I've made it very clear. You're desperate. We got you. Why are you desperate, though? Generally speaking, people who have a lot to offer other people, they're not real desperate, right? Like if I'm desperate to find a job, why is it that I'm so desperate? Why is it that I can't find a job to such an extent that I'm desperate to find one? Could it be that I'm difficult to work with, that I don't have the skills required for an employer to really want to hire me? I mean, honey, you're desperate because you're difficult. You're difficult, you're old, you're not really worth the time, all right? What virtues, what values do you have that make you worth my time, that make you worth any man's time? But besides, you're too old for me. I might be older than you, sweetheart, but I wouldn't settle for you. It's been actually less than 10 years since the star was single and ready to mingle. The Oscar winner's last serious relationship was with Sean Penn. Sean Penn? That wife-beating scumbag? Didn't he beat Madonna up? Although one can hardly blame him. From what I understand, she's a real cunt. But, wow, she can pick him. She can really pick him. That dope head, that coke head. He looks like he's 80, but he's in his 50s. I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, she can pick him, huh? If that's the kind of guys you're interested in, honey, no wonder you're single. Sean Penn can get better than you. Fuck, Sean Penn's dating a fucking 20-year-old probably. He don't want to be with you. Maybe 10 years ago when you were 33. Minus the 3 little fucking rugrats, but not anymore. It's crazy. Yeah, Sean Penn was into me when I was 30. Sure. I bet a lot of guys were. Until the wall cometh, and then, no, and the kids, too. Not interested, baby. Yeah, men are getting wise. You men out there are starting to get wise, thank God. Single mothers are toxic. Yeah, she's a toxic human being. I mean, good God. She can't keep a man. Let's look at what she's got going for her, okay? And by the way, we don't really give a shit about this kind of stuff unless you're like some kind of fucking mimbo surfer dude that doesn't want to work and wants to fucking sleep on her couch, be some kind of mimbo dude and live off her. Well, then maybe you might care about her money, but she's a good-looking broad. I'll give her that. She's not a bad-looking broad, even at 43. But again, a lot of that's pancake makeup. I imagine she looks a lot different in the morning without the makeup. But she's not a bad-looking broad for 43. She's got money. She's got property. She's famous. Okay? What does she have in regards to virtues? What does she have in regards to values? What kind of person is she? What does she have about her that makes her such a great catch? I'm hearing that Jeopardy music going on into fucking infinity because there's no answer. Because there's nothing. Sean Penn. All we got to do is look at this woman's dating history to see why she's single. She goes for the bad boys. Now what is she looking for? A good, stable, doofus, fucking beta male pussy wimp that she can control. Yeah. But she doesn't want one, but that's what she wants, right? Because that's the only thing she's actually going to get. Yeah. I want a good man now, but you really don't, do you? You still want the Sean Penn, but he don't want you. The two began dating in 2013, her and Sean Penn, that is, and announced their engagement a year later. They split in 2015. Imagine that. He split to that. He got out of there once the wall started becoming real apparent, right? So what a bitch she was. Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron have undeniable chemistry in the long shot. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Come on. The actress had a long-term relationship with actor Stuart Townsend after meeting him on the set of their 2002 film Trap. 2002? Ancient history. They broke up in 2010. Rumors swirled earlier this year that Theron was dating Brad Pitt. Good Lord. After they shot an ad for watch company Breitling along with Adam Driver. Yeah, you were just his booty call, honey. A source told People the two were never romantically involved, saying they have not been out together recently and were never dating. Nah, they were just boffing. They were just bumping uglies. Reports of them being involved romantically are false. There was no romance, just banging. While Theron may not be dating right now, she definitely keeps busy as a mom to her 2 young children. Oh, she only has 2. Oh, well, I thought it was 3. Okay. Well, she's definitely a good catch now, then. It's only 2 kids. Never been married? Really? Oh, my God. Wow, then she's really, really toxic. I don't know a lot about this broad's history. I mean, I don't follow these Hollywood broads. They don't interest me in the slightest. Just a bunch of vapid airheads who use the casting couch to their advantage. You know. So, never been married, from what I see. Been engaged a couple times. Didn't work out. I wonder why those guys ran. I bet they ran real fast. I wonder why they flew the coop. So every guy she's dated, it's gotten kind of serious, and then for one reason or another, they skip. They get the fuck out. I wonder why. Yeah, she's the only common denominator there, and I'm going to guess it's her. It's not me, it's you. Woo, it's great. It's great. She's bemused. She doesn't know. Why am I single? Why can't I find a good man? Could it be that you're not a good woman? Could it be that you're not a good woman and that because you're not a good woman, you're not going to attract a good man? I bet she passed on a lot of good men, too, when she was younger. I need to pursue my career. And now I have all these 2 kids, probably by 2 different guys. Yeah. Wow, she's trash. She's trash. She's white trash. That's all. She has some acting ability. She did a good job in that one movie, the Cider House Rules, which was actually a pretty good movie. By the way, if you haven't seen it, I suggest you do. CIDER, the Cider House Rules. But she's a good actress. I'll give her that. She's not bad. But wife material? No way. Very few Western women these days are, and certainly not this broad. I love it. I mean, I'm shockingly single. Why? What do you mean shockingly? I'm shockingly available, she says. Oh, man. She's been without dick for a long time. But I love the ego on this broad, too, right? You'll be shocked to know I'm single, because I'm all that in a bag of motherfucking gourmet chips. I know it's shocking that I'm single because I'm so fucking awesome, which could be the only thing she's inferring when she says that. The ego on this broad. Yeah, I wonder why you're single. Yeah, I'm shockingly available. You all should be shocked. I'm going to tell you how you should think and feel. Yeah, I really want to be with you, bossy bitch. You're telling me what to think and feel about you. Yeah, fuck off. Fuck off. You're a single mom. You deserve to stay single forever. Single moms are a bane of fucking humanity. They destroy the world. They do so much fucking harm. Was it something like 84% of people in prison were raised by a single mom? Oh, big surprise! Big surprise, that one. Yeah, they create so much fucking criminality and suffering. But we should date them, and if you don't have balls, as she said. Yeah, wow. With that language, you're really going to land yourself a keeper, sweetheart. Bad boy. Bad boy. Yeah. No, that language isn't just going to get you a bad boy that wants to bang you and then is going to run off and leave you because you're such a cunt. No. Yeah, as if any other guy would be interested in a 43-year-old single mom. Again, unless he's a mimbo who is essentially interested in your money and your resources. There isn't any guy out there that's going to want you. I need to get a fucking mute button, and when I press it, it mutes it, so when I cough. But anyway, that's how it ought to be. That's how it ought to be. You guys need to pass on this woman who thinks she's such a great dish. She ain't. Oh, boy. All right, moving on to the bizarre news. Yes. So, anyhow, if you'd like to let me know what you think about Charlize Theron, you can feel free to call into the show. Or single mothers in general. I don't like single mothers. I got a real problem with them, as you can see. Selfish people. Very selfish people. They just don't care about anybody but themselves. They don't give a crap about anybody else. It's all about them. That's it. Nobody else matters. That pisses me off. That pisses me off, you know? Kids are the future of the world. You should give a fuck about kids, all right? If you're going to have kids, they're the priority. Not you. Okay? I want to have kids to fulfill me. Okay. What about how their lives are, right? Without a father. I don't care. Clearly you don't care, ladies. Boy, oh boy. Any of you out there, the products of single mothers? Anybody? I'd love to hear from you. If you are, let me know what you think of them. You can feel free to call the show at 1-623-242-2517. That's 1-623-242-2517. Excuse me. I got quite a few callers yesterday. 3, in fact. Now what are we looking at? Nobody today. That's not good. Trying to get a page not found. Fuck, this is annoying me. So many sites I try to open. Yeah, so this is really disturbing. This story I want to talk about next that I'm trying to get to open, but it just doesn't want to open. I don't know why. But, yeah, it's entitled, Doctors Are Now Giving 8-Year-Old Girls Testosterone, claiming they are, get this, transgender. Uh-huh. 8-year-olds, is it? Yeah, me thinks an 8-year-old doesn't really know enough about themselves, isn't really mature enough to make those kind of calls. So who is it that's making these calls? I wonder. The parent, perhaps? Yeah, the parent. What is it with you, some of you parents out there? You don't like your kids? Do you hate your kids? Is that it? You want them to be something else? Are you a mother that, is an evil feminist? Is that what you are? You're an evil feminist? The page won't fucking open. What the hell? It opens and it disappears. What the fuck? What's going on here with you ladies? Why is it that you're giving these kids drugs? What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't get this. What? This is very odd. Oh, this is getting on my nerves. I just can't get it to open. God damn it. This is pissing me off. What the hell? Oh, this is so annoying. It opens and then it disappears. What? What is this? Anyway, fuck it. All right, fuck it. I can talk about the subject without having to read the article. I don't understand this. You're supposed to love your kids unconditionally. I mean, I would think there's exceptions to that, of course. Like if your kid is Jeffrey Dahmer or Ted Bundy or something. That lets you off the hook, okay? You don't have to love that fucking kid. If your kid's running around in the middle of the night conking women on the fucking head and then taking them out in the middle of nowhere and lopping their fucking heads off, I think that you are essentially excused from loving your child unconditionally, okay? That's one circumstance where, okay, I'll let you off the hook. You don't have to love your kids unconditionally. It's a monster. You could have done a great job. There's just some fucking wires crossed up there because, I don't know, your genes and your husband's genes or whatever didn't mix together very well. And it ended up creating some kind of weird anomaly, right? Thank God those kind of anomalies are very rare, but they do happen. People who are biologically fucked up with weird crossed wires in their fucking heads that just make them monsters, and they could have been raised well. This is the interesting thing. Not all of these serial killer nut jobs were raised in an abusive household. A lot of them were, but not all of them. Some of them had normal upbringings, but something happened along the way that got them sidetracked. Or in some rare cases, nothing happened. They're just something wrong upstairs. The genetics, something at a genetic level made them that way. So, yeah, I don't believe in that unconditional love bullshit anyway. You should love your children no matter what. I don't know. If your kid's the son of Sam, I don't think so. But, yeah, well, why is it that you're giving your fucking kids testosterone and some boys they're giving estrogen or fucking puberty blockers? What about that Desmond is Amazing kid? That seems like he's half retarded. I don't know, something's wrong with him. He talks, he's got this fucking lisp. It's almost like he seems like he's been drugged or something. I don't know what's wrong with this kid. Well, it's his parents, obviously. Their parents are claiming he has autism. Yeah. So use his autism to convince him he's a girl, right? Okay. Yeah, use his lack of social graces and understanding the social norms to, make him more comfortable in his own skin by teaching him that he's a girl. Tranny. Drag kid. This is this disturbing trend. This is even worse than that, though, because, if Desmond's parents are not giving him puberty blockers, they're not pumping him full of drugs or something, then at least one day, he could just grow out of it. Although the, psychological indoctrination could be so strong that he ends up being tortured his whole life. But maybe, possibly, he'll reach the age where he's like, I don't like dick. I like pussy. There you go. Problem solved. I'm no longer a drag kid, man, whatever. But you're giving these kids a girl testosterone at the age of 8? Or giving boys the age of 8 puberty blockers? There's no fixing that. You hit 20. You got a little shriveled up fucking noodle down there that will never get hard. You got a brain that's the size of a walnut because, you have no testosterone in your system. You never had any testosterone in your system. You stopped creating testosterone at the age of 8, so your brain didn't grow. You have an IQ of 62. Emotionally, you're stunted. Mentally, you're stunted. You can't really be anything more than, I don't know, a mindless, jabbering fool of the left who is a fucking dependent on the welfare state, which is what they want. They want mindless idiots, okay? They want mindless idiots who can create debt and enrich them even further, because they're the ones that print the fucking money. Yeah, they want everybody to be a mindless fucking zombie moron. And they're giving girls testosterone. It's very interesting. So testosterone is linked to mental acuity, focus, IQ. It's believed to be one of the main reasons that men have higher IQs than women. And that bell curve study, by the way, is bullshit. What nobody tells you about that bell curve study is that bell curve study of IQ, talking about how men seem to cluster around the mean. Women seem to cluster around the mean, and men, they're either very, don't quote me on this, but, they make up most of the people on the moron end and most of the people on the genius end. The rest cluster around the mean, but women tend to cluster around the middle and more on average, and you'll see less women at the extreme ends of the spectrum than men, which is why there's supposedly more dummies that are men and more geniuses that are men. That's a lie. Do you know that fucking bell curve study was done on 11-year-olds? It's a study done on 11-year-old kids. Yeah. Girls mature faster than boys. And at 11 years old, girls are more mature. Yeah. Actual studies done on adults show that men have 3 to 5 more IQ points on average. None of this bullshit about men are more of the morons, okay? On average, we're smarter across the entire spectrum. Don't give me this bell curve bullshit. It's a bunch of crap. And people who quote it need to do some research into the age of the people in it. So anyway, yeah. What is this giving the women testosterone? They want to up their IQ? I see what's going on here. Yeah. So it's a disempowerment of the men. Give the little boys estrogen. Give them fucking blockers. Right? It's so interesting. They want to turn the girls into boys and the boys into girls because the girls make the best useful idiots, right? So the women would make great useful idiots. We just got to up their IQ a little so that they could be as productive as men. But we still control them through the welfare state, right? And being that surrogate daddy, that daddy that replaces the actual daddy, and then they're reliant on us, right? Yeah. Meanwhile, turn the men into, just tax livestock, pure tax livestock, dummies swinging fucking hoes, or something like that. Turn them into mindless zombies, right? We're going to put your men on puberty blockers, and they're going to grow up with subpar IQs and a subpar ability to think logically, critically, reasonably, because all those things are linked to testosterone. All right. Meanwhile, we're going to give girls from a young age lots and lots of testosterone to encourage the development of these abilities, logic, reason, critical thinking. I wonder if they stop to think that doing this might actually make women more difficult to control. But they already have them reliant. They already have them reliant on all those nifty little privileges, that easy life, the daddy welfare state, the daddy government. Life's very easy for these women. You're not going to try to make your life more difficult, okay? So if you already got it easy, you're not going to take some route to make your life harder. So yeah, they've already got the women enslaved to the welfare state and to the daddy that is government. So they don't need no man, which they really do because, the majority of taxpayers are men and the majority of leeches are women. Lovely. Yeah. Oh, what a great move, yeah. Yeah, we want to empower our dumb, useful idiot Wayman, make them better at logic, reason, and critical thinking, make them more butch. Probably more lesbo, too. Meanwhile, we want to disempower the males, white males, mainly, and make them stupid, useful idiots to the umpteenth degree by blocking their testosterone, by giving them puberty blockers. Great. Yeah, meanwhile, you got these parents running around, these idiots talking about how virtuous they are. I'm for inclusivity. In fact, I'm giving my child puberty blockers. I'm virtuous. You think so? I don't think so. I think you're scum. I think you are scum that hates men if you're a woman. And of course, the man, he must just be this pathetic, loser, beta male extension of his wife's will that has no will of his own because, wow, that any man would go along with this. Oh, my God. Can you imagine a father giving their children puberty blockers? Why would you do this? What, do you want your kid to look like fucking that kid from, What you talking about, Willis? What was his name? Family Time. I don't remember the name of that fucking show. Different Strokes. Yeah, Different Strokes. Gary Coleman, little fucking shrimp dude. That's what your kid's gonna look like if you give them puberty blockers. What do you want all men to be dwarfs? Little 5-foot-tall dwarfs running around with no ability to think logically, critically, reasonably. They can't lift 5 pounds. They couldn't lift a bag of fucking sugar. And the women are all bigger and stronger. Oh, interesting. That's very interesting. All these feminist nut jobs talk about how testosterone is the evil chemical of white male patriarchy, and yet they're shooting up their little girls with it. Methinks there's something wrong with this picture. Methinks that these wacky radical feminists are disingenuous when they say things like this. Yes. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, what could their motivation be for giving girls testosterone and trying to encourage more parents to do this while meanwhile giving more boys puberty blockers? To possibly grow and enlarge the block of people within Western society that they have control over, to grow their ranks of oppressed minorities who are really quite privileged, actually, who they have control of, and through those people they control things. Yeah, this is great. Wow. Whatever happened to just you had a kid that had 5 fingers, 5 toes, and you're happy with that kid? Now everybody's got to do all this fucking tinkering around under the fucking hood and trying to shape this fucking kid and mold him with biochemistry and shit. What the fuck? Just boff and have a kid and be happy that it's not the fucking Elephant Man. Oh no! Now we have to fucking intervene and turn a he into a she and a she into a he. God. Why can't you people find some meaning in your life? Why can't you leftist scum find some kind of meaningful avocation in your life that you can direct your efforts towards so you don't feel this need to tinker and fuck around with your kids and change them into something that you think is some kind of noble expression? There's some kind of noble action, and it'll give your life some kind of meaning in this new virtue-signaling fucking society we live in, where victimhood is currency. Now, you want to turn your kid into a fucking, what you think is an oppressed minority. Right, I wonder why that is. Yeah. Couldn't be because the supposed majority that you don't want them to be is the really, really oppressed group of people? Oh, no. That goes against the cultural Marxist narrative that says it's the minority. Only the minority gets oppressed. Yeah, Marx was an idiot. Big, fat, boil-ridden slob who never worked a day in his life. I'm going to listen to this fucking guy as my moral compass in life? Get the fuck out of here. Marx put himself across as a moralist. All he talked about was the morality of equality and the immorality of capitalism. Listen to this fucking guy. This guy who had a club-footed maid that he never paid one fucking dime to, but she worked her fingers to the bone for this guy until, of course, he knocked her up. And then when she had his kid, he booted her out into the fucking street to live in alleyways and shit. Oh, yeah. He's such a humanitarian moralist, this fucking guy. And you people fucking follow him, you leftist scum? Give me a fucking break. And that's like taking advice. That's like taking advice on how to fucking go on a diet from fucking Jabba the Hutt. Are you kidding me? Immoral scumbag. I think one of his kids committed suicide, had a suicide pact with her lover. Another one died a horrible death. All his kids died horrible deaths. This guy, he destroyed his children. He destroyed his wife. He destroyed any friendships he had. He was the most miserable piece of garbage on the planet, and he spread misery to everybody in his fucking life. And you people want to follow this ideology, which leads to misery and torment. Self-torment, I might add. Idiots. Yeah. Let's give our kid puberty blockers. We're so woke. Yeah. You're going to be woke, all right, when you get a fucking bullet to your fucking head from the leftist authoritarians that you put in charge by pushing these equality of outcome agendas, you idiots. By pushing this Marxist nonsense. Yeah. You're going to be woke. By then it's going to be too late, though, because you leftist scum are the first to go, right? Fuck. It's always the case. The useful idiots, The ones that go out there on the street for no money, that are the most radical, that are the most committed, they're the ones that have to die once that transition has been made to an authoritarian socialist system, because they're the ones that are going to be the most disillusioned by it and the most pissed off. And they've already proven that they will go to unbelievable means and extent to push their ideology. So they're the ones that become disillusioned, and then they're the first ones that become the biggest enemies of the New World Order. Yes, this wonderful utopia that, you know, they're not going to realize ain't no utopia until they actually see it firsthand, and by then it's too late. And they're the first ones to end up in a shallow grave, because they'll be the biggest adversaries of that new system. But they're not going to wake up before that. I tell you that much. I tell you that much. Anyway, enough of this. This shit makes me so angry. Makes me so angry. Let's turn the Waymans into the men. Give them male qualities and characteristics so we can up their ability to be productive and creative and be better leaders and everything else, and give them that toxic masculinity that we claim is so evil. And meanwhile, we're going to disempower the men and reduce their ability to think logically, critically, reasonably, be as productive, as strong, because they're too difficult to control, don't you know? They're too difficult to control. But maybe if we limit their ability to think logically, critically, reasonably from a young age, give them puberty blockers, then when they grow up, they'll make very good, useful idiots for the state and push our socialist propaganda. Hey, here's yet another example of the shit I'm talking about. Yet another fucking example, although I might have spoken too soon. Okay, good. It opened. And this is from the Daily Caller. Listen to this. And of course, this is total bullshit, right? University of Kansas is offering angry white male studies class. Really? Anyway, I keep forgetting to remind people of the call-in number and ask your opinion on the subject at hand. So if you'd like to call in and let me know what you think of this war on men, this very obvious ploy to empower females and enlarge their base of useful idiots while at the same time disempowering men and making them more docile and essentially better tax livestock, give me a call at 1-623-242-2517, 1-623-242-2517, or you can feel free to Skype me at The Realist Philosopher. That is The Realist Philosopher. Also, I just want to throw in that if you appreciate the red pills I'm throwing out there, if you appreciate the truth I am telling, please feel free to donate to my channel and the cause that I am championing, and I'm championing truth, baby. Go to therealistphilosopher.com/donate. That is therealistphilosopher.com/donate. It's also my website if you ever lose track of me. For whatever reason, on YouTube, you can find me there. I post content on other platforms as well, and you'll find the link to those content platforms on my website. That's therealistphilosopher.com. And to donate, it's realistphilosopher.com/donate. Okay, so, angry white male studies class. I don't understand this. I'm not seeing angry white people. Where are they? This is, of course, just projection. This is what the left does. This is critical theory in practice, as opposed to what people try to claim critical theory is. All critical theory is, it's just a theory and application of the criticism of capitalism. But the way it's actually used is in a number of different ways, okay? And this is one of them, okay? The left will project and accuse their opposition of exactly what they are guilty of, all right? Angry white males? The only angry people I see are these leftists. Whenever I see conservatives, white people that are not leftists, and of course, I guess they could be talking about leftists here because a lot of white males are leftist, Marxist, communist pinheads. So there's some truth to that, but they're not angry because they're white or male. They're angry because they've been taught an evil, hateful ideology. Anyway, the University of Kansas will offer an angry white male studies course aimed at investigating the emotional state of Caucasian males throughout history. How are you going to study that? Because Maybe I'm wrong, but the pseudoscience that is psychology hasn't been around that long. Only since the late 19th, early 20th century. So what kind of insight are you going to get into the emotional state of people before that time? I mean, I guess you can speculate based on their words and actions, and follow that back to some kind of, presumed or, likely emotional state. But you can only go so far with that. White males throughout history. Why is it white males? Why is it there's some kind of angry black male studies course? Are you saying that black people don't get angry? I mean, in my experience, black people are far easier to anger than white people, on average. So white people have the market cornered on anger? Really? Isn't that kind of what you're implying here, since this is the only kind of course of its nature you're teaching? Where's the angry female studies course? Where's the angry Latino studies course? Oh, we only have an angry white male study course because, we have some kind of epidemic of white anger in America, which isn't true, by the way. Total bullshit. The majority of hate crimes are fake. Fake! Jussie Smollett. Jussie. The public university in Lawrence, Kansas will offer the course in fall 2019. Yeah, don't go there. Don't go to public university in Lawrence, Kansas. It's nothing more than a cultural Marxist indoctrination mill. You won't learn anything. Avoid it. The course charts the rise of the angry white male in America and Britain since the 1950s. So the implication, you're coming out and saying, it's a phenomenon in and of itself that isn't reflected in other groups. Because if it was reflected in other groups, the same type of behavior, there wouldn't be anything special, and there wouldn't be anything particularly angry about the right white male, any more so than blacks or women. Well, what they're saying essentially is that white men are angrier than other races. Really? Where's your evidence for this? I love these claims. I'm just going to claim that white men are angrier than other groups, but, I have no evidence. I'm just going to make that claim. Right, well, that's the left in a nutshell, right? Exploring the deeper sources of this emotional state while evaluating recent manifestations of male anger. I love how they try to use big words to try and make themselves sound more intelligent. While evaluating recent manifestations of male anger. I think this language makes me sound more scientific. Okay. Wow. Okay. Instead of a course to unite people and empower women, Kansas University has decided to offer a class that divides the student population and could pose a Title IX violation by creating a hostile campus environment based on gender. Representative Ron Estes. Yeah. And he said that on April 3rd, 2019. That's kind of the point, Ron. That's why they're doing this. I think a lot of Americans are not actually woke in regards to what the modern-day Western University is. The majority of them are just indoctrination centers. They don't teach anything anymore. It's all about memorization, all right? Most of these universities are worse than, say, Chinese schools, which essentially just teach memorize, facts, and be able to be a human computer when it comes to fucking numbers. They're good at math and memorizing shit. That's it. They can't think too well, if at all. No imagination, no creative thinking of any kind. Oh, that's the point. Well, case in point here. The course will be jointly offered by the university's Humanities Department and its Department of Women, Gender, and Sexuality Studies. What the fuck? They have a department for women, gender, and sexuality studies? What the fuck is there to study? I got a cock. You got a pussy. I put the cock in the pussy, and I move it around some. What the fuck is there to study? What the hell, are you kidding me? Gender. Dick, pussy, penis, vagina. What is this gender study bullshit? I hate this stuff. I always the rag on men. Gender studies is just there to rag on men. Department of Women. Where's the Department of Men? No such thing, because women are oppressed, men are in charge. We just say this. No evidence. We just make the claim because it's patently evident. It's self-evident. We don't need to claim anything. We don't need to prove anything. It's all self-evident. Really? This is what the left does. This is another aspect of critical theory. Just keep repeating something again and again and again and act as if it's completely self-evident, and then people will come to believe it and not even challenge your claims. It's typical critical theory. Typical. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Men don't need men's studies. Women are not in charge. It's the man. Even though, what is it? Something like now 35% of university students are men. 65 are women. So it's almost 2 to 1. It's about 2 to 1 women. How exactly are the men in charge and oppressing the women when there's more women in university? Women are getting more master's degrees. They're getting more PhDs. Yet somehow, the men are oppressing them. Yeah. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. The 300 level class will employ interdisciplinary perspectives. This course examines how both dominant and subordinate masculinities are represented. This word salad nonsense. Rhetorical bullshit. What is this? Dominant and subordinate masculinities are represented and experienced in cultures undergoing periods of rapid change connected to modernity, as well as to rights-based movements of women, people of color, homosexuals, and trans individuals. Again, are you telling me that there's no such thing as the angry Wayman, or the angry black man, or the angry Latino man, or the angry Aboriginal man? I mean, come on! The angry Asian man? Where are these other fucking courses that essentially have titles that attack men? All right, we have a caller. Of course, it's at the end of the show. Hello, caller.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Not much. So what's your name?
My name is Harrison.
Okay, Harrison. What can I do for you?
Hey, long time caller, first time listener. How's it going, buddy? I've just been thinking about the things. No. Hey, it's a joke. Hey, I've been thinking about the things you've been saying on the stream tonight.
Okay.
And I've been walking back and forth thinking about it, and I'm wondering, it doesn't really matter if you like tits or ass. I think the big thing is you want a big, thick, veiny cock, on a woman.
Okay, so we have a troll caller there. All right. Got to block this idiot. Okay, so, yeah, I immediately knew we had a troll there when he made that initial introduction. And, of course, the name. That's probably projecting there. So I have a trans lover that just called in and tried to accuse me of being a trans lover based on I don't know what. Very strange fellow. Not sure why you're listening to the show exactly, Harrison, but you're gone and you'll never be able to call in again. Congratulations. So, let me get back to the subject at hand. And I've learned in the future now, I'll be a little more discerning when I take callers. Yeah, the moment he made that bad joke at the start, I know this is somebody not serious and a troll. Next time that happens, I'm just going to ban you immediately. All right, so let's get back to this assessment before I end the show, before that person essentially... All right, we have the same idiot trying to call back from a different number. Lovely. That's one of the problems with a show like this. You're going to get sometimes beta males calling in who don't like what you're saying, that essentially the words you're speaking are hitting just a little too close to home, that they are recognizing some of the things you're saying as things they do, and they don't like to be reminded of it. They don't want to be in any way, shape, or form having to face the truth. So they attack the messenger instead. Not a great way to achieve self-awareness, Harrison. And we have another person. Jeez. So we got somebody who's got a lot of phone numbers. Wow. Okay. Block unknown person. All right. Wow. We got a troll. Wow. Okay. Has a lot of identities. How about that? I mean, it's the end of the show anyway. I could just close out Skype. So you're kind of wasting your time, whoever you are. You're completely wasting your time. Completely. All right. So, back to the subject at hand. All right. So, the course will be jointly offered by the university's humanities department. This is the problem with universities. They've got these humanity departments that have been taken over by leftists. I think this is the same guy. I'll just make sure. Hello.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Same guy. Wow. I don't know what's wrong with it. How's this guy? How many numbers does this fellow have? Does he have a lot of Skype identities? It's the same fucking guy. Same fucking guy. Jesus Christ. All right, I'm going to report this person. Okay. Well, that's a loser. If only I had my own radio call-in show, I would have a fucking... I mean, literally had a producer there that could screen out morons like this fucking guy. Ah, well. All right. So let me finish this here. The humanities program will also offer sex in history. Sex in history? All right, so I'm going to close Skype. We just got a loser here who doesn't want to give up, so I'm just going to close Skype entirely. Somebody with no life, beta male, wimp that essentially doesn't like what I've had to say, so he wants to attack me instead of face the truth about himself. That's unfortunate. And it's unfortunate I have to close Skype. I don't know how he's continuing to call in again and again and again. I'll do some research for the next show and see how to permanently block this person who just wants to waste somebody else's time, so has no consideration for anybody else. If you don't like the show, just don't watch. Why are you calling in? You're what? Who knows? Who knows? Crazy people do things for all sorts of bizarre reasons. Who can say? So, Republican Kansas Representative Ron Estes tweeted Wednesday about the course, criticizing the university's decision to offer a class that may do more to divide. Well, how is this going to unite students? It's all about criticizing men. The title itself is pejorative. Studying white male anger, implying that anger is linked to whiteness. Yeah. University of Kansas students have mixed reactions to the upcoming course. We have a lot of different classes that are kind of related to this. I bet you do. That you wouldn't think would be on college campuses. I would think they are, considering that, college campuses are now nothing more than indoctrination centers to make good leftist activists who go out on the street and be foot soldiers of the global elites and push their agenda. Some students are asking if it's a joke or not. Unfortunately not. In the clown world we live in now, this is quite real, said KU student Emily Heigert. KCTV reported it. I think it could be interesting. You do? Well, it's a woman, of course. But I don't really know why we have it exactly. You don't? I just told you why, honey. The university did not respond to the Daily Caller News Foundation's request for comment. Crazy. Crazy. This world of white hate. The whole goal is to eventually get rid of us, to get rid of white people. I don't think they realize they're killing the goose that laid the majority of golden eggs in the fucking world, but hey, they'll find out soon enough. So let me know what you think in the comment section of this video, and please like this video. Well, it'll be posted as a video later anyway on my channel. Please like and subscribe, and if you would, please consider donating to my channel at therealistphilosopher.com/donate. That's therealistphilosopher.com/donate. Also, if you'd like to be on the show to discuss a topic that's a little more serious, a little more in-depth, that I can devote a chunk of the show to, getting down to the nitty-gritty of it, please feel free to email me at admin, A-D-M-I-N, at therealistphilosopher.com. That's admin at therealistphilosopher.com. You can also email me at therealistphilosopher at therealistphilosopher.com, though I don't know why you would type out The Realist Philosopher when you can just type admin. But anyway. And also be sure to follow me on social media. You'll see all my social media links at the bottom of the page. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Gab, and Instagram. Whenever I post new content, I post notices there. And also, I'm pretty prolific when it comes to posting on social media, on Twitter and Facebook. So if you follow me on those places, you can keep up with a lot of my opinions on the leftist nonsense going on in the world, as I tend to reply to a fair amount of it on those two platforms. And also consider following me on Gab. Gab's a pretty good platform, actually. They don't censor in any way. You're allowed to speak your mind, and you don't have to worry about being kicked off. Of course, that's why Facebook and Twitter hate them. So consider going there and signing up. It is, again, a great platform, a good social media platform, and you have freedom of speech there, unlike with Facebook and Twitter. And I guess that's it. I will see you again on Monday, same time, same channel. I am the Realist Philosopher, and I wish you a good day.